What up, y'all? I'm gonna try to keep this as short and brief as I can because I know that I'm probably beating a dead horse, and I'm starting to understand that people lack the ability to either apply inference or they just have an agenda they want to push, or they're trying to appease to their audience. It gotta be something because it ain't adding up to me, especially as an individual that grew up on reading comprehension skills, artistic integrity. Like I went to a magnet school for arts when I was pretty much in my adolescence. My elementary and middle school was pretty much magnet school for arts. And for those that don't know, it's pretty much when you go to a school that a primary focus of it is to teach students to understand those things. Kind of wish I went to one for math because I'm more proficient in math, but whatever. All right, we're here. I say all of that to say, watched a few reviews. This is the last one that I just watched. Couldn't finish it primarily because of the way that he was talking. Granted, I'll be honest, I don't get what people mean when they say campy. I don't know what that means. Like a lot of terms, I'm used to just saying what something is as opposed to using a particular idiom to apply to it. But yeah. So heard what he said. And then I heard what a bunch of other people said. I had went and watched someone else that someone in this comment section had mentioned or something like that. Or it was the dude that I was watching before this had mentioned. Okay, yeah, it was this guy that I was watching before had mentioned, right? And he said her name was Snarky J. Went to go watch her to see what she was talking about, and everybody is pretty much talking about the same thing too, which is Superman was getting beat up and he needed help. And in my mind, as somebody who grew up on this character, like I grew up on a bunch of different DC characters. The Flash is my favorite DC character. But as somebody who grew up on these characters and as an individual that I also like Marvel, I pretty much I like anything. As I gotten older, I stopped caring as much, but I like everything. But my whole thing is I don't like it when people are being disingenuous. Or I don't like it when people are pushing a narrative that don't exist. And one of the main narratives that I see people push is that Superman was getting his butt whooped and they made him look like a B. And in my mind, I'm like, well, Superman normally always get beat up in everything I've ever seen him in. He's always, unless it's the Snyderverse live action movie, which I mean, Doomsday clapped him, but unless it's like some of the live action janks, which Superman Returns, like he got beat by Kryptonite for a good little period of time, and then he finally overcame and won. Man of Steel, he got beat with his own compassion or his inability to emote, and then he snapped Zod's neck. Um, BBS Martha. It's all something there, but at least in the animated series and in the comics, it's normally grounded in a rock paper scissors approach. It's either kryptonite, it's either magic, or someone out brute forced. And I have sort of an example for each of them, and we're gonna go through them, right? So the first one is Doomsday. So Doomsday was fighting against Superman, and you can see Superman is clapping. I'm a put it up, and Superman gets tossed into a trailer, and Doomsday is just now going to town on him. Superman always, always go through the ringer with people that are on par with him in his universe. And I need for people to understand that there are different iterations of Superman. There are different writers for Superman. Superman isn't always as powerful. I think the most powerful he is like Superman Prime 1 million or something like that. Or what was it? It's pre-crisis Superman. Like that's when he's at his absolute strongest. But recently he's not as strong. Like I'm talking New 52 Superman, things like that of that particular ilk. Not sure which version James Gunn went with for this Superman. Kind of seems like it's more so his own flavor of Superman, but at the same time, yeah. And you see this. He's hurt. He is hurt. He actually dies in this movie. Like this is not even the end of the fight. He just subdued Doomsday for like a few seconds. Doomsday breaks out of this at a certain point. And you can see right here, he's battered, he's bruised, he's worn, right? And so the next one, this is my favorite one because this is my favorite animated film because I also love Shazam. So this one is dope, and this highlights it a lot.
Match. But I sense one critical difference: a vulnerability to magic.
And then that's when he just starts.
Another difference. Heat vision.
Give him no thwackos. But the key thing is, this also did nothing to Black Adam as well. But the key thing is, watch what happened to Superman.
You did it.
Go.
And he knows that he didn't. No. He didn't. See what I'm saying? And who's on their knees right now?
Go.
And for those of you that don't know, in this movie, Black Adam puts Superman out of commission to the point where Billy Batson, he has to transform into Shazam to beat Black Adam, and that's how the movie pretty much ends, because it's supposed to be Superman and Shazam, Black Adam's return, but yeah, it pretty much Black Adam gets him out the paint, and then it's just Shazam versus Black Adam at that point. So Superman gets clapped. I don't get this notion. And then this one is the greatest one of them all, because there is a line in Justice League Unlimited that Superman says that he always holds back, which is important for people to understand about his character, is the fact that he's holding back. And that sometimes causes him to lose, causes him to get clapped. It's an important thing that I think people don't understand. And it showcases how powerful he is. But in this particular, and I probably should show that one where like Doomsday does, I said Doomsday, Darkseid gets the upper hand on him for a good little bit of time. And then Superman, once Superman realizes everybody is out the clear and that he know Darkseid could possibly take his punches, he goes at him, he goes ham, and he beats the crap out of Darkseid. Could do that. But my whole point of this is Superman does get beat. Sometimes it's his own fault. It's because he's imposing his own limits on himself. And sometimes it's because that person beats the crap out of him. And this is another example of it. Right here, Darkseid out-muscled. Sent them through the entire Daily Planet with the globe. Actually, I think this is the episode where he actually like showcases that.
Yet, Kal-El.
Yeah.
I want you to see your adopted homeworld bowed down before me. Only then will I allow you death's sweet release.
And then that's when Batman comes in, you know, yeah. But as you can see right there, Superman, beaten, battered, bruised. And who came to save him? Batman. Like, let's stop, bro. Let's stop. And this is the last one that I got. Now, this one should be more of an accurate representation because this is a new Superman. This is him understanding himself. What people need to understand is the David Cornsweet Superman is Superman being 3 years into assuming the role, the mantle of Superman. If you didn't read the beginning, I understand. Some people don't like to read, but that's what was illustrated there.
Name's Lobo. And... nah.
Superman foolishly thought that Lobo was supposed to come to take him alive because he's the last Kryptonian and he got a bounty on his head.
Well, frag the shit out of me.
Uh-huh. And then Lobo pulls that out. And you would think that you're looking at this. You think Superman is winning, right?
I'm from Kansas.
Nothing Lobo could do.
Well, something about Kansas made you strong. Weird strong.
And then bow, bow, bow.
I like it.
See what I'm saying? Either it's magic it's kryptonite, or they out brute force him. Those are usually the cases. And then Superman is going back at him. He's giving him the beats. And Lobo doesn't fight fair. For anybody that don't know, like, Lobo is that dude. Lobo is that guy. But yeah, you can see it there. Superman is known. And I'm just showing you the animated versions of it because I feel that would properly illustrate it, as opposed to me like finding different comic series where like that's happening. In the animation universe of like DC, Superman, I like that clip though. I need to make sure I like that clip. Superman always get his cheeks clapped in some way, shape, or form. They getting clap at this. So I don't understand like the notion that everyone has that, well, he's Superman. He always needs help. How is he just getting his butt whooped 90% of the movie? That normally happens in mostly every single showing of Superman. This has by far been the most comic book accurate version of Superman. They didn't depict him as Jesus. They didn't depict him as the savior of all saviors or anything like that. No, they went back to his roots, which is just him being good for the sake of being good, to uphold truth and justice. That's it. If you don't like that, that's cool. That's fine. If you just want like a sexy Superman, like you want Henry Cavill and all, that's fine too. Man of Steel exists. BVS exists. Justice League exists. You still got that. That is permanently cemented in the annals of moviedom. But let's not lie about the new thing, because the new thing isn't like your old thing. You know? And that's all I got to say about this. I'm just tired of seeing it. I'm tired of hearing it. I don't like hearing it. It's because it's an asinine point to have. Like if you don't understand the character, you don't get the character, you don't know what the character is about, you haven't seen like Superman get his cheeks clapped or anything like that. Understandable. But it has existed since I was a kid. I'm 34. It has existed since I was a kid. Maybe before even then in the regular Superman comics, because I remember Toy Master used to put the beats on that man. Metallo used to put the beats on that man. Like Battle Suit Lex Luthor used to put the beats on that man. Let's stop with this. Let's stop it. Stop it. And y'all mad because, and again, I said it before, this is a little bit spoiled. Y'all mad because they depicted Crypto as an actual dog instead of him being somewhat cognizant of his whereabouts. They depicted him as an actual dog. And then the nerve of some of you saying that, and what surprised me is people that claim that they Superman fans. The nerve of some of you don't even realize that there's a comic line where Kara is actually the owner of Crypto. And on top of that, she used to go party on different planets when she was 21. And that's the version of James Gunn that's being used. It's blowing my mind. It's blowing my mind. And I get it. Some people don't know, don't understand. They don't care to understand. It's just what they already preconceived and how they're going forward with it. I just want to say this. If you got an opinion, cool. Don't use your opinion as fact. Don't try to state it as fact. Do some research. Get a little bit of understanding about it. If you want to share it, do some understanding about it. Because your points, and this goes for every single one of you. I don't care if you like it or you bashing it. For every single one of you that I've seen like basically give like the same points of why you would deduct points on it, you're all saying the same thing. He's getting his butt whooped. Crypto, I don't like what they did with Kara. And the movie is too comic book. It's a comic book movie. What do you want from it? And I swear, if I see another review with somebody saying that, well, it's not grounded in realism, it's a comic book movie. What do you want from it? Either you're going to suspend your disbelief or you're not. Those are your options. I ain't never hear nobody say that Star Wars wasn't grounded in realism. I ain't never hear anybody say that Star Trek wasn't grounded in realism. Nor any of the Marvel movies. So let's stop this. Come on now. Come on now. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Till then, deuces.